Hi, my name is Adam Riza Bezakaria and I'm going to start our presentation with an introduction. We have chosen minimum wages in Malaysia as our assignment because this topic has been much discussed in various media such as the mass media and electronic media and has raised doubts in society about the Ministry of Human Resources. The truth is that even the Ministry of Human Resources has a problem enforcing the minimum wage for certain companies, especially if the company is not affiliated with the government in any way. This affects those who work as a regular employees and do not hold a positions. Normally, this issue only affects those who work in the private sector, but it also affects those who work as ordinary civil servant as the minimum wage for private sector worker and civil servant is the same, which is 1,500 ringgit. As the country's economy seems to be weak now, this will affect everyone. According to the Minister of Human Resources V. Sivakumar, the Ministry of Human Resources will investigate new methods of implementing the minimum wages to ensure the welfare of workers in Malaysia. Even if 1,500 ringgit is said to be low, employers must ensure that it is in line with the employee's performance, he said. The real question is how the Ministry of Human Resources manage the issue of minimum wages in Malaysia.
My name is Muhammad Ayaz Rabi Mahmud and I'm going to present to you guys about planning. So what is planning? Planning is managerial function that involves setting goals and selecting a strategy to achieve them, and also ensuring staff members to understand their duties and responsibilities within the organization. In this session, there are two types of planning, which are short-term planning and long-term planning. For short-term planning, our government has introduced new minimum wage policy, which required 1,500 as the minimum salary in a month. For those employees who fail to pay that amount, could face fine up to 10,000 ringgit per employee. So, what's the impact of this new policy? This new policy can lead to higher costs for business, especially who rely on low wage workers. To cope with this, companies need to enhance their productivity and improve their efficiency, or else they need to cut their staff or maybe just absorb the extra cost. For the long-term planning, our Ministry of Human Resources is responsible to review on a minimum wage for every 2 years. This is to ensure that people can earn a decent living. Government also introduced Employees Provident Fund (EPF) in order to increase the retirement savings, and also Social Security Organization (SOCSO), which to provide security in cases of workplace accident for employees and their dependents.
Muhammad Hasif and I'm going to talk about organizing. Organizing refers to the process of bringing people together around a common goal, cause, or issue. It involves strategizing, mobilizing resources, and building network or communities to effect change or achieve specific objective. Organizing often includes activities such as advocacy, mobilization, coalition building, and coordination to empower individual or group to collectively address social, political, or economic issues. It aims to amplify voices, create solidarity, and drive impactful action towards several goals. Organizing minimum wages often involve advocacy, lobbying, and legal effort. Engaging with policymakers, union, and community organizations can help push for fair wages. Resisting the local cost of living and presenting data-backed arguments strengthen the case for adequate minimum wages. Organizing involves public awareness and education for public. For example, we must educate the public about the importance of fair wages and their right to get the minimum wages. Other than that, utilizing social media, public event, and informational campaign to raise awareness among the public about minimum wages in our country is one of the actions that we can do to organize our issue about minimum wages. Other than that, doing legal and policy initiative is one of the way to organize the issue of minimum wages. We can work toward enacting or amending legislation to establish or raise minimum wages standard. This may involve participating in hearing, submitting proposal, or engaging in legal action. Government often do research and analysis, such as conducting studies to determine the impact of minimum wages on the economy, employment rates, and living standards so that they can ensure every citizen that being paid minimum wages is suitable based on economic purpose and to make sure all workers got paid equally based on rule and regulation of minimum wages in the respective country.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Arif Naufal Muhammad Fauzi. Today, I will present about decision making. Introduction of decision making. Based on University of Massachusetts Dartmouth research stated that decision making is a process of making choices by identifying a decision, gathering information, and assessing alternative resolutions. The decision making process can be rational or irrational and based on explicit or tacit knowledge and beliefs. To make better decision, it is important to focus on the game-changing decision that will help an organization create value and serve its purpose. The decision-making process in general is identified with this term. The primary objective is to clearly articulate the problem in one sentence, describing the desired circumstance and the original condition. Then, needs are prerequisite that must be satisfied by any workable solution to the issue. Goals are also general statement of purpose and desired organizational ideals. To make effective decision, managers should follow a disciplined process that combines problem analysis, objective knowledge, and intuition. Before organizing and planning, they need to gather information and consider various perspectives. This approach helps them offer clean insight, overcome obstacles, and suggest innovative solutions. In the context of managing human resources, such as determining the minimum wage in Malaysia, the management should carefully evaluate potential solutions, then should select the most favorable option, communicate the decision, and take necessary action to enhance organizational satisfaction. Exploring the solutions. The Ministry of Human Resources need to balance exploration and exploitation for logical decision making. There are two types of decision making, which is non-program and program. The ministry face non-program challenge due to unique issue with higher level managers and the economy. To address this, they need specific solution for unclear information. To manage investment risk, they require a trading strategy with predetermined rules. If handled rationally, minimum wage will be included in employees' fixed rate monthly salary, aligning with government priorities. After we exploring the solution, we need to selecting the best solution. The following are some possible solutions to Malaysia minimum wage problems. Firstly, managing wage increase with productivity. To lessen the impact on production costs and inflation, it is crucial to make sure that increases in the minimum wage are accompanied by increase in productivity. Secondly, is supporting micro enterprises. Considering the difficulties micro enterprises confront, the government may want to think about offering them specific assistance or financial incentive to help them adjust to the new minimum wage rates. Thirdly, monitoring and assessment. Ongoing observation and assessment of the minimum wage hikes effects on companies' jobs and the economy can offer insightful information to decision makers. The last one is communicating the decisions. Dynamic processes are fundamental to the operation of an organization. To act, information must be exchanged between person and subunits. After a decision has been made, fix challenges and establish direction by using knowledge from brainstorming sessions. Additionally, when workers are informed of the choice before any changes are made, there is a high chance that they will cooperate throughout the implementation phase and the entire conversation. Additionally, by identifying the current issue, the Ministry of Human Resources facilitates effective communicating in decision making. To act before conditions worsen, management should prioritize making condition decision and go deliberately and thoroughly through the process. The process of making decision with the fewest possible inputs while pursuing objective effectively. In conclusion, after making the ultimate choice, they will proceed through several stages of action, managing the following action after resolving the minimum wage issue. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Arif Fahmi Jazli bin Muhammad Anwar, and for today, I'm going to present to all of you about controlling. So, for your information, our current minimum wage in Malaysia is 1,500 ringgit, and it was told from the Ministry of Human Resources (KSM) on March 24, 2022. So, how would they decide our current minimum wage? From Human Minister Resources during that time, Dato' Awang Hashim said that the details of methods to decide our current minimum wage is by using a lot of discussion from a lot of parties so that we could decide which is the amount of value that could be really beneficial and important to all of the people in Malaysia. And moreover, our government could control our minimum wages with laws. By what? We could see that if the employers fail to give the employees the current minimum wage, then they would be fined with 10,000 ringgit per employees. And if found guilty, it wasn't enough with that. They could also have the Act 372. They could also provide the power of the Manpower Department of Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak to conduct enforcement and investigation with regards of the implementation of the minimum wage. So it means that our government could really punish any employers who couldn't give our employers the amount of wage they should have. And moreover, the new minimum wage is a part of government's initiative to increase the contribution of employees' compensation to gross domestic product (GDP), and they would be gross up to 40%. In addition to achieve the median monthly salary target of 20,090 ringgit by 2025 through the 12th Malaysian Plan. And this shows that our current minimum wages could really achieve our plan, our government plan for Malaysia in 2025. Other than that, we could see in 2023, with Malaysia's government still do their best in maintaining the progress of implementation of which. By what? On 21st November 2023, from the Ministry of Human Resources, KSM, our current Ministry of Human Resources, V. Sivakumar, he said that in perbahasan rang Undang-Undang Perbekalan 2024, that so far 80% of the review implementation has been completed. So it shows that our government really are doing their best in maintaining our current wages in Malaysia. So from time to time, this would ensure our current minimum wage would always be beneficial to us, the peoples of Malaysia. So as the result of our government's effort in controlling our wages, it shows that our governments really are excellent in controlling our minimum wage year by year, because through this kind of efforts, we could see that there is no more discrimination through wages anymore. And moreover, this current new wage rate is so important as it means that it will ensure the moral and spirit of the worker in our country, because it put our employees to relief and improve the quality of life for workers too. So, as the conclusion, we could see that our governments have done their best in maintaining the efficiency and the beneficial true wages for our peoples in Malaysia.
As for conclusion, we are going to make a SWOT analysis. Conducting a SWOT analysis, which is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, on managing the minimum wage can provide a comprehensive understanding of the internal and external factors that can impact the effectiveness of minimum wage policies. The first one is strength. It ensures fair compensation for low-wage workers, contributing to social justice and reducing income inequality. Adequate minimum wage can motivate employees, potentially improving productivity and reducing turnover. Putting more money in the hands of low-wage workers can stimulate consumer spending and boost the local economy. Implementing policies to increase the minimum wage may garner public support and improve the image of the government or businesses. The second one is weakness. Small businesses may struggle to absorb increased labor costs, potentially leading to job cuts or business closures. An abrupt increase in minimum wages may contribute to the inflation, affecting the cost of goods and services. Some argue that higher minimum wages could lead to job displacement, particularly in industries with thin profit margins. The third one is opportunities. Investing in skill development programs can empower workers to move into higher paying jobs, reducing the reliance on minimum wage jobs. Providing education and training opportunities for workers can enhance their skills, making them eligible for higher paying positions. Collaboration between the government and private sectors can lead to innovative solutions for managing the impact of minimum wage changes. Last but not least, threats. Higher minimum wages may accelerate the adoption of automation, potentially leading to job losses, especially in routine and low skilled occupations. Companies may relocate to regions with lower labor costs, leading to job losses and a decline in economic competitiveness. To put an end on our conclusion, a SWOT analysis provides a structured framework for understanding the various factors influencing the management of minimum wage policies. It's important to consider these factors holistically and develop strategies that maximize strengths and opportunities while addressing weaknesses and threats.